Hi everyone, let's talk about Aterian together with its subsidiaries. They are operating as a technology-enabled consumer products company in the North America and internationally. Market cap is already over 200 million. Snowflake analysis shows pretty much red. There's a financial health 3 out of 6. The revenue is forecasted to grow over 21%. It has pretty high volatile share price since they had in mid-February the peak around 45, between 45 and 48, I guess. Yeah, and also there was a low level of volumes, but by the way the stock price went pretty much up. And if we check current situation, so it's February 27 of August, volumes 38 million. So in my point, this is getting squeezed, so there's a huge potential. I read that this is also on the top list stocks where the short float is huge, and this is also the shorted stock in the top list. So there's a huge potential to squeeze that short, and of course with those reasons, there's a high possibilities that it could bounce back to those numbers easily, I guess, because whenever the stock they are printing out, so shares outstanding keep increasing, but also the sales are growing as well. And the dynamic shows that 56%, 62%, and last 12 months it increased by 33%. So in my opinion, there is high possibilities that it will bounce pretty fast and loud. So in my understanding, this is a very good price, but of course in bad scenarios it could drop to those same numbers as we saw last year. In the lowest point, I guess $2, 1.8 is possible. Yeah, and if so, for example, those who invested there are profiting. Yeah, that's huge. That's pretty huge, 2000%. But anyway, let's continue on the research. So yeah, they printed the shares out, and that is diluting the shareholders. Also, the company is currently unprofitable, not forecasted to become profitable over the next 3 years. Latest share price and events. So they had this annual general meeting. They entered the index, board change, earning updates, which is leading to the market performance. 7-day return already 95%, and 1-year return minus 30. Yeah, so you see the volatility, and also long-term price volatility considered as highest. Valuation side, based on simple Wall Street, fair valuation should be around $5, and tip rank showing $16 actually, and in good scenarios this is actually pretty high. So 12-month forecast $50. Market Watch says yeah 15, between 5.5 to 15, on average 9.3. But this one, usually the tip rank was pretty accurate on the stock predictions and stock price targets, and of course this average price target 16.3, but highest price target $50. That is meaning almost 10x by this price that is currently. That is pretty huge. And future growth for the company is forecasted annually 37%. Earnings per share growth is forecasted as well as to grow. They might become profitable within 2 years, end of 2023, but the range is pretty big. So from minus 4.7, that's EPS, to 0.5. Past performance, so we see that the earnings declined by 50% since the 2017, when the earnings were minus 23 million and currently minus 164 million. That is meaning that company is unprofitable. On financial health side, we see that they took a lot of debt, but they managed to decrease it. Yeah, they actually increased the cash also, but it's not covering the debt. So debt level 82 million and cash 61. Equity 175 million. Debt to equity ratio is 47%. Balance sheet looks mostly green, but there's a debt on liability side. They're not paying dividends, and let's keep the management to the insiders. Yeah, so there's on the both side actually. There's the company that brought, yeah, this is actually 18 million. This company brought almost 1 million shares at max price 32. This is actually very nice to see that there's also the individuals that have been buying. But anyway, they brought already within 2 months 40,000 they spent it and brought at 16. Ownership breakdown: institutions holding 32%, general public 28%, private companies 21%, insiders 18%. Top shareholders: BlackRock added 447%, Vanguard over 100%. There's one, I guess, co-founder adding 122%. Many of the companies have been adding. Morgan Stanley is decreasing a little bit less than 1%, and also Houston Bay Capital Management decreased almost 20%. Others are rather than no change or increased. And my understanding, this could lead to very perspective view, but of course it could also bounce back. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. If they could manage to reduce the shares out, this could affect very positively on the share price. And investing.com summary the stock for long-term investors as a strong sell, moving average sell, technical indicators strong sell. And let's have a look at the comments. So Reddit crowd buying up all the high short low volume stocks and no small cap stocks due to the. Okay, there's the Monday morning. We'll take a cue from you, and hopefully will be good week. August was my worst month so far this year. I will always on the side just different stock. I brought a lot of options for, yeah, this is actually the stock that I made of yesterday, up about 2000% of this already. Yeah, so there's a lot of trends that are highly shorted companies. They have the short float that potentially with the, for example, the Reddit, as we see here, when they are posting, there's a lot of a potential to the short squeeze. It's dangerous, but sometimes they manage to win the battle. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and see you in the future one.